Peace. This is Wise for Wise Words Media, back at y'all for another round. And hip-hop music is celebrating its milestone 50th year since the birth of hip-hop. I mean, hip-hop is a genre of music that's very near and dear to me. It's the first genre of music that I gravitated to, and it's shaped and molded me to become the person that I am. Everything from the way that I walk, the way that I talk, the way that I dress, everything was just centered around hip-hop music. Even things that are personal and near and dear to me, like being a 5%er, that knowledge of getting the knowledge of self was influenced through hip-hop music. So I just wanted to give a quick little sum up of how my origins in hip-hop music, how it became my culture. So back in like 89, man, when I was young, man, I was like 6 years old. I used to go to Flatbush all the time with my mother, even after school. Like, she would travel from Sunset Park to Flatbush. And I remember one day, clear as day, I remember my grandmother in her living room. That was where, like, my cousins, you know, I got 3 female cousins, 2 male cousins. They would have their friends come over after school. So that living room would be packed. And then I used to hear every day, I knew that they would come. I knew what I was going to hear as soon as they get home. I was going to hear Video Music Box. Peace to Uncle Ralph McDaniels, who is a huge instrumental part in the growth and development of hip-hop music. So on his show that used to come on after school, they would show all the latest hip-hop videos and interviews with artists. So I heard this one song and everybody in the room went crazy. And it was it was the Special Ed joint, I Got It Made. And when I seen the way everybody was going crazy for this song, I was like, yo, what is this? Everybody, I'm seeing them trying to do the dances that they were doing on the television. And I mean, just the energy that was in that living room, I never seen anything like that. And I said, yo, this ain't just regular music like that my parents got, that they be in tune with, they be listening to. My mother be listening to her tunes on Saturday mornings, cleaning, or my pops be listening. The energy was way different. This was vibrant. This was, everybody was jumping, doing. I'm like, yo, this is wow. So around the same time, in my neighborhood of Sunset Park, Brooklyn, my man Giovanni and my man his family was throwing like a party at my man Giovanni's grandmother's house. So his aunts and uncles, they were throwing a party, and then this song came on. Oh baby, you got what I needed, yo. And you want to talk about, again, that same energy. Like, it's like, yo, everybody is rocking to this joint. And even when the break in the beat and then Biz Markie comes in with the hook, then you start hearing everybody singing the hook. And my man Giovanni, my man TJ knew the hook. I didn't know the hook. So I'm just like looking around, and I'm like, and they played that song a good like 4 or 5 times. So by like the 3rd time, I already did the knowledge. I'm like, all right, this is when they start singing. So let me act like I know this song. And then when the break comes, oh baby, then I'm lip syncing like a mother. Word. So I end up loving that joint. But the one song, no, there's about 3 more songs that really like cemented like this hip-hop thing to be my way of life. Was, I remember my mother, I was 8 years old now. It was a summer, and my summer routine, man, at that time was I play video games, stop, watch little cartoons, or put BET, watch music videos. So So my mother wanted to go to Fifth Avenue, the shopping district in Sunset Park. And she's calling my name. So I went to go use the bathroom, and I left the TV on BET. As I'm passing by, I hear ba 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 ba. And yo, you ever had one of them euphoric moments where everything is just like, everything stops? It's like it's suspended in time. Everything's frozen, and you just focus on one thing. And I'm like, what is that beat? And it was Main Source, Faking the Funk. And I'm seeing, like, you know, because that song was a part of the White Man Can't Jump soundtrack. So you seeing like images, you know, they showing snippets of the movie while that beat, and you Faking the Funk. I'm like, y'all was just stuck. And my mother's calling me, and I'm not moving. And then my mother had to grab me, and I'm like, oh. But yo, I remember I'm bouncing all over the place, and I'm just keep that Main Source Faking the Funk made me say, wow, like this thing is mind-blowing, this hip-hop music. But the one that cemented it was my man Nas, the GOAT himself, man. When I first heard It Ain't Hard to Tell, I said, what am I listening to? You know, I was about 10 years old at that time. I was going to church. I was like, yo, is this a prophet of God? Like, what is this? Like, and then whose world is this? I was like, yo, is this the Messiah? Is this the second coming of Jesus? I was, you know, at that time, you know, I just got introduced to religion through my mother. My mother just started going to church. I was like, is this the Messiah? Like the way that they praising him on MTV Raps and BET, I'm like, yo, this dude he's amazing. The wordplay, the beats, I'm like, yo, man, that was one of the songs that I made it my mission. It Ain't Hard to Tell, to like learn word for word, verbatim, yo, for real. And then Whose World Is This? Is just, man. But then when Wu-Tang came, that changed my life. Wu-Tang was just like, okay, hip-hop music is the greatest thing ever when Wu-Tang came. It was like, they were like a comic book. You know what I'm saying? Like, they were like superheroes. You know how the Avengers got all these different members, or the X-Men have all these different members? I was like, yo, these are like the real life X-Men. These are like superheroes, yo. Every one of them is nice in their own way, and they all got a whole different style to them, just like how Wolverine's different from Cyclops, and Gambit is different from, you know what I'm saying, like Nightcrawler or whatever. Like they all had their different elements to them, man. Just I was like, yo, this is the greatest thing ever. So yeah, those are my memories of what cemented my love for hip-hop music. So drop some bars. Let me know in the comment section what sparked your love for hip-hop music. I'm Waz for Waz Words Media. Peace.